do you like about your team going into postseason play now?
They're finding ways to win games, which is always important. We just turned the ball over way too much yesterday, trying to make plays that weren't there. So that was really disappointing. But KJ's playing really well. Really gave us a big lift the last 6, 7, 8 games. Been tremendous. Nate's playing really good. We didn't shoot the ball well yesterday, but that's going to happen. So a lot of pluses, some negatives that we can get corrected, I think. But it's just going to take a tremendous effort trying to win 4 games. But the only one that really matters right now is Indiana, Thursday at noon.
Is there a benefit to playing Indiana so soon after playing them last week?
Oh, I don't know. I guess the scouting report, the guys should have a feel for right away. But other than that, they have the same situation, scenario. So be a little different, be on a neutral court, be in their backyard. So be a different game. But, if we play well, I think it'll be a good game.
What has shifted for KJ over the last several weeks, Dan, and how different a player is he today than either earlier in the season or than the freshman who had trouble with the inbound in the second round of the tournament?
Man, I don't know what clicked, but he's been going after boards, and it's got him involved in the game. You look at his rebounding numbers, and it's just, instead of standing back watching, he's involved. And in my personal opinion, I thought he played harder yesterday than what he's played in the past, and his motor was better. And but I think it's just going after the boards. He had 11 rebounds yesterday, but he's had 7, 8 different games. He's really rebounding the ball, and I think it's just got him involved. And defensively, he was more active yesterday. So not just on the boards, but his overall game has really been good. And I think it's just him being involved and going to the boards hard has got him involved in the game, and it's really changed. But yesterday, was what he's been hoping for, what we've been hoping for, really involved in the game, making big plays, the big offensive rebound putback that he got. He made a lot of plays.
Does this remind you at all, or have you been showing him the tape perhaps? Because a lot of people are going to make that comparison to the end of the 18-19 year and how you guys clicked there late. But anything from either what Kenny or Francis did years ago there at that stretch? Kenny was already a productive guy, but Francis was a freshman.
Not really. I mean, it's every year's different. Every group's different. But, KJ, we always knew it's there, and he knows it's there. It's just a matter of him going after that ball and being aggressive and like I said, being involved in the game, not standing back watching it. And these last 6, 7 games, he's been really important in our winning streak. No doubt about it. He's been a big key.
What do you make of the potential him and Nate have down low defensively? Because Nate's blocking 2 a game, and the last 8, Kwame's getting over 1 a game now.
No, that gives us a big, and they're both long and have good timing. KJ does a nice job coming from the weak side and getting one every now and then. Nate contests a lot more shots, obviously, with his length and his positioning. But it does create problems for people getting to the rim when those 2 guys are real active.
What do you think about how Jackson's playing heading into the postseason?
I'm sorry?
How Jackson's playing just going into the postseason?
He's playing okay. He puts too much emphasis on his offensive game like a lot of players do. If he misses a few shots, we can live with that. His efficiency over the years over the year has been good. You're not going to shoot it good every night. You make up for it in other areas. And so, no, he didn't shoot it well yesterday, but he did some good things defensively. And, I thought he got, like a lot of our guys, we got a little too loose with the ball yesterday. I mean, 21-6 points off turnovers, dang near cost us the game. Well, it would have if we wouldn't have snuck it out. So, we all got to tighten our handles a little bit there. We had too many turnovers and too many of them self-inflicted wounds.
What do you make of Jadrian's defense and ability to come in with Bamba fouled out, and the defense you get from Jadrian as well?
He does a good job. He sometimes gets out of position like a lot of players, but on the ball, he's doing a great job. And his activity has really picked up over the year. So I thought he's improved his defense. And I think a lot of that is TJ setting the tone. I think he's watched TJ and practiced against him. And Raheem and him, both give us a good defensive presence when they're in there.
You need to get a rematch with somebody, before you played Indiana, there was a distinct possibility, but thoughts on playing them again 9 days later, and what can you do to adjust to either Galloway on the threes or Fowler's just a handful inside?
I don't know if there's that many things we'll adjust. We just got to do a better job with the scouting report. I thought we made some mistakes there first time around that they took advantage of. I think our ball movement needs to get better against their defense because they do stack it up pretty good. Both teams, I think will be aggressive. So we're going to throw it inside. They're going to throw it inside. It might boil down to who hits more threes. We didn't shoot it particularly well. They didn't shoot it particularly well. So it should be a good game. Two teams that I think talent-wise are pretty matched up pretty evenly. So it's just a matter of who executes better and who makes the fewest mistakes.
It's hard to prepare for, I suppose, Dan, but it's different when it was Vegas, it was neutral. Yeah, certain fan bases traveled a certain kind of way, but it was truly neutral. There wasn't a home school there. But here, this is not going to be very neutral for you at all. And then, yeah, it's an Indiana crowd combined with, if you win, Michigan crowd's going to be coming down, Michigan State crowd. What is the difference that you're anticipating of this first Big Ten tournament and being in Indianapolis and the crazy state that it is for basketball?
Oh, it will be different. It's a little further trip, but tournaments are tournaments. We got to get ready for the NCAA tournament. That'll be, could be a scenario just like that. So, heck, we're in the conference. We're 6-4 at home, 6-4 on the road. I mean, our guys have done all right on the road, but it will be a different atmosphere, similar to playing Utah or Arizona the people who could drive into Vegas had a big advantage over the teams that had to fly all their fans in. So, but it's tournament play. It will be a different crowd, but the guy's just going to have to handle it.
You guys left over from that tournament run last year at the Pac-12 tournament. Do you think that experience helps going into this tournament?
Doesn't hurt. I'm not sure if it helps or not, but I know it doesn't hurt us. Guys are used to playing in some tournaments. Jackson and Bam played. KJ, they all got some. Key was hurt, but some guys got some experience, and so I'm not sure it's going to help us because it's a different atmosphere, a different environment, but it surely won't hurt us.
Is there anything specific that's motivating this team right now, or like you mentioned, is it just clicking at the right time for some guys when you need it to?
There's no magical wand or anything that has got them playing well. They're good guys. They like each other. They're playing hard together. We're playing through mistakes. which at this time of year we probably shouldn't be making so many. But no, I think they just want to continue playing well, want their season to continue. They know we got a tough draw in the tournament, playing Indiana, and if we're fortunate enough to win that, the number 1 seed who's playing really good. So we just go swing away and try to make something happen, and hopefully we'll get in the NCAA tournament, swing away and make something happen there. It's just kind of take one at a time and play as hard as you can, and then get ready for the next one.
They keep adjusting some of the net calculations and other metrics and stuff. They like, you can't control it, so I'm sure you're not racking your brain with it every day. But like, do you understand some of these newer things, like wins above bubble this year, which is a new number? Because that's very favorable for you guys. And probably
well, the results-oriented metrics are really in our favor, and the predictive ones aren't, because we don't beat people badly. You know, we've had a lot of close games, and to get those predictive ones, you know, you need to pound people, and which, you know, that's probably a debate for a different day. But whatever, you know, it's all about matchups. You know, I've told our guys when we've been 12 seeds, it doesn't matter. We've gone to 2 Sweet 16s with 12 seeds. You know, it doesn't matter. You're going to play a good basketball team, and you just got to get ready for it. So whatever our predicament is, we'll try to make the best of it. Hopefully we get Seattle or Denver. I think those are the 2 closest. That would be nice. But other than that, we just, whatever happens, and we'll go try to make the best of it.
Talk about winning 4 games in 4 days. You often need to get some contributions from guys who maybe don't play a lot because of you need your depth. What do you make of just Mookie and Jamari, and I guess Raheem's playing a little bit more now, but just their ability to stay ready?
They've been great. Attitudes have been great. They've, practices, shoot-arounds. They've stayed attentive, which is hard to do. So I've been very, very pleased with all those guys. Sasha, they've shown a tremendous amount of character, and that's not always the case. When you do this, you've been around 45 different teams, and then 4 as a player. You see how different teams respond to different guys. It's not easy. Going 6 months every day to practice and working in the summer, and you don't get the opportunity that you want. It's tough. And so you got to fight adversity, and you got to stay and hope you like your teammates. But those guys have been tremendous. They've showed a lot of character, which hasn't always been the case in my 45 years of doing this. So very pleased, and I think it's one of the reasons. It's always a reason. If you finish strong, I've always said we're all in this boat, we're all rowing, and if we're all rowing in the same direction, it's pretty good. And if somebody stops rowing, we can survive that. But if somebody starts going the opposite way, you're taking yourself out and somebody else. And fortunately, our guys got enough character that nobody's rowing the wrong way. And so it's kept everybody moving the right direction. And those guys are a big part of that. Like I said, anybody can upset. You got a small group, we got 17 guys. Somebody not all in, it's pretty easy to notice. Not like a football team where you got 100 guys and you might miss a guy or two. You got the same guys come to the gym every day, and you talk to each one of them, you see each one of them. It can have a drastic effect on a team.
Get this one out of the way, Dana, because it seems like an annual rite of passage, and rather than waiting for the tournament play to do this during games, the national guys seem to want to write your epitaph and are rushing you out right into the sunset.
I don't
waiting for your retirement. So
I don't know why. I guess they're tired of me like you guys are. Fortunately, my wife has put up with me for a long time, but I'm not retiring. If the school, if Rob and the president you know, if they decide it's my time, it's my time. But guys, I love coming to work every day. So as long as I'm healthy and my family's healthy, you know, I'd like to coach. But like I said, maybe they know something I don't. But
One of these years they'll be right. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know,
no.
10, 20, but sooner or later they're just going to say you and Rick Barnes every year. It seems
do
like.
I act that old? I mean, I'm not that old. Shoot, 66 isn't that old, right? But no, I have absolutely no intentions of retiring. So I'm not sure how all that got started last year, but I've never talked to anybody about that. And every time somebody's asked me, I don't plan on it. Unless somebody tells me it's time to quit, then I plan on going. So.